So the Maximus roller skates are huge, huge. I swear by them, and I tell everybody that if I ever win the lottery, I'm putting every disabled dog that can use them in them, because that made so much of a difference for us, for her to be able to, mimic that natural motion without her legs just being suspended.
Right.
A lot of dogs, when they're disabled, you've got their feet up in the stirrups, or, you just let them drag. But that gave us the opportunity to not be limited to where we could go with her walking. And she could move those legs. And at the beginning, I had her feet somewhat bungeed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she could pull her legs back, she could move them on her own, but it would force her legs to come back into, more of a natural position. So that was building strength. We were,
Yeah.
we were outside, we were walking, we were training, but while we were training, she was getting the physical exercise, but
Right.
we were thinking about it. So it was starting to just become natural for those legs to be doing that motion while she was in motion.
Right, right. It's like she was regaining that muscle memory and
Hmm.
what was supposed to happen. Yeah. So the skates, do they work equally as well on hard surfaces as and natural surfaces, or are they mainly made for, like a solid hard surface?
No, so she wears them everywhere. She wears them if we're out on the road walking. She wears them if we're in the grass running around. Um, if the grass is kind of long, sometimes the grass will get caught around the axles and I'll have to go in and pick the grass out of them. But they pretty much, no matter what the terrain is.
Oh, that's cool.
If I come in from walking her outside and then I put her on the treadmill in her chair. And when I do that in the evening with her, I'm focusing on just stimulating those legs in the position that they need to be making.
Hmm.
So she does it in her skates. And sometimes, I'll take them off and we'll do it, with just nothing on her feet. Sometimes I'll switch her over to her shoes. So she has, it's basically the same thing. She has the version of the shoes with the skates, and she has a pair without.
Hmm.
So, it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in that day for
Right.
what we do, But yeah, the skates are pretty versatile. We can go anywhere with them because of the way they're designed. The wheels are more on the top of the shoe.
Got it. Yeah.
So they're only working and they're only wheeling when she's dragging her foot. But if we stop moving and she pulls that foot under her, then she's still standing and the wheel doesn't affect her ability to be able to just stand there.
Right, right. Yeah. You may have been the first one I saw using those, and I just think they look amazing.
Yeah, they're great. They're definitely, it was a game changer for us because up to that point, we were pretty much just stuck in the yard.
Yeah.
We had gone through umpteen pairs of shoes because she didn't want her feet suspended. And so if I suspended her feet, then she was just fighting it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to keep her in the yard because I couldn't buy $30 pair of shoes every week, to be able to just let her go up and down the
Drag.
street.
Yeah.
And she likes to run.
Oh,
So
that's incredible.
we
Yeah.
do a lot of running. And so, we can do that in the grass, but then it was like the shoes weren't staying on. They were falling off her feet. And she hyperextends her hock. So as you see, like her
Yeah.
leg is like straight all the time. So getting her to bend that leg, that shoe helps that because of the way the cuff is around the top of her hock. I have control over how tight or how loose it is. So
Hmm.
as she's gotten more used to that natural leg position, I'm able to tighten the shoes and keep her foot in that position